Welcome to this look at a new map on Farming Simulator 19 with me, MrSealyp. This is GLAZEBROOK. This is a new map by Steve's Mods, 241.24 megabytes to download. Where do we start? Down here. This is the start farm. On New Farmer, this is the fields, or these are the fields you start with. The periphery of the map is fairly expensive. 9,457,824 to buy the periphery if you wanted to. You don't have to. Field prices are pretty good, ranging from pretty small, like field 44, and there are probably smaller fields at 27 grand, up to, we've got some mid, and when I say large, not huge. This is a typical sort of English area. It does say welcome to GLAZEBROOK, which is a fictional based English map. What I will say, for it being fictional based, driving around it to have a quick look around and familiarise myself, I really like this. I like the layout of the map. It has a very natural feel, and there's some really nice features on here that as I was driving around, it made me like there were places that reminded me of places I've been to. You know, certain bits of road and bridges, and it just feels very natural. Now, the nitty gritty. The farmhouse sleep trigger is fixed in place, and it's here on all three game modes. It can't be removed, and it can't be moved unless you're a multiplayer. I guess you can add other ones in. We do start with a huge amount of equipment as well. We've got two pickups just here. We can go up into the yard. I'll say up into the yard. We're heading west, but over the cattle grid. There, like, when I say some nice features, it does say there's custom soil textures, custom lighting engine, all brand new English real life farm models, custom made. Things like this, the crush for the cows by the side. That's a really nice detail added in. So let's have a quick look in here, because we've got a load of machinery in here. Actually, is there lighting? Don't think there's lighting actually in here. So we've got a load of start machinery in here. We've got cows here at the main farm. Our dialogue box is just here. This will take 500 cows. We've got a feed trigger down the side, straw bedding, I think it's inside the building. If we open up and go into the pasture itself, we have got our milk point just here. Water trough is over there. Slurry Pit is here. Now, be warned. On New Farmer, the Slurry Pit's here. When I came onto this on Farm Manager and Start from Scratch, for some reason the Slurry Pit wasn't. No, it's not a mod, it's part of the map. There was just a big gaping hole. I came out and I checked a couple of times just to make sure. It seems to be here on New Farmer, but missing on the other two. Now, you may not have that problem. It may be there for you on all three game modes, but just to be warned, it wasn't for me. Just saying. Now, from the cows, we have got the manure pit next door. No, hang on, where was the manure? That's not the manure pit. These are the silage clamps. That's a jolly good point. Isn't it weird how you kind of go around, you do a similar thing over and over, and there are things that you forget, and then when you realise they're missing, it becomes glaringly obvious. I'm not sure where the manure will go. It may be you have to scoop it from inside. You may have to clean out the feed triggers. Potentially. So, two silage clamps just here. If we come round the side of the building here, we've got loads of barn and building space. And we have that all around the map. And here, more start machinery. And we have, when I said we have a load, we have a load. And some big stuff too. We start with 4 tractors, 4 or 5 tractors, 2 pickups. I suppose now is as good a time as any to talk about that. Slot count on New Farmer is 638 out of 1299. On Farm Manager and Start from Scratch is 627. I'll explain what the difference is between the two in just a moment. Because in here, yeah, we've got another 4. So we do start with 5 tractors. Some front loader gear as well. It could be you have to clean out the area then, because this looks like where you put your manure. So grasswork area, feed mixers, 2 feed mixers. These bales and the ones down the front are just there for the look. They aren't usable. And we do have a standard, I say a standard in-game, well it is standard in-game silo, it's just got a brick wall around it, 200,000 litre capacity standard, and some more bits of equipment just here. So, 638 slots used. We got a Puma 185 CVX, a Maxim CVX 115, a Fendt 1050, Case 340 CVX, Fast Track 8330, all fairly big. Old 2014 pickup, a 2014 pickup and an old 1978. 2 trailers, plough. We've got cultivators, subsoiler, horse Pronto, and horse Maestro. Both 9 meters wide. We've got fertilizer and herbicide sprayers and tank, fertilizer spreader, mowers, tedder, windrower, 2 balers, standard baler, baler wrapper, mixer wagons, water tank. Like I said, loads and loads of stuff. Then we get to the end, we've got the 2 grain silos and the seeds tank. Now, the only thing I could see different, well, I suppose it could be that tank as well, between New Farmer and Farm Manager, was you don't have the seeds tank. That seeds tank you don't have. You have everything up to the large grain size, but you don't have the seeds tank on the end on Farm Manager and start from scratch. So, with all that in mind, all that equipment you start with, if you want to sell all of that, start from scratch, or you want to put your own equipment in, you can get the slot count down to 340. If you get rid of all of this, the slot count will come right down from 638, 627 down to 340, which makes it a very usable prospect. Now, what is missing from that lineup? Because it didn't dawn on me straight away. There's no harvester. You don't start with a harvester, which is interesting. Not sure why. Anyway, there are no custom crops on the map. Contracts are available. Let's grab one of the pickups. It is fully seasons supported. Let's set out onto the main road and let's go around the map. Now, the description in the mod hub and on the website is I personally think it might be a bit mistyped. It's a little bit misleading because it says 2 cow farms and 2 sheep animals, which include a farm and field. Now, I haven't found a cow farm or a second sheep farm. I have found cows, sheep, pigs, horses. I haven't found any chickens. So I'm not sure if that's a typo. But anyway. And this is also, again, part of that list of, because I've done quite a few map tours of late. We seem to be getting a lot of maps now with interstates, highways, dual carriageways. And this has got them as well. It's weird how you go over a really long period of time and don't have a single map with one on, and then all of a sudden you get a whole load. So into this little, well, I suppose it's a little hamlet. First of the sell point is the shop. That's just there on the right outside the bakery. The sell point appears. If we go across one, I'll go down to shop. Tag place. There's a shop sell point just there. And we do have this weird matrix thing. This was happening earlier as well. This weird matrix thing going on, where the people here are all blending between each other, shifting and morphing. It's a little bit creepy. Anyway, I just noticed that when I was driving past before. I thought, oh, what's happening there? Anyway, so we're going to cross the dual carriageway, making sure to look the correct way. That way for that oncoming traffic, and then this way we should be alright. Crossing the dual carriageway, we come to the sheep farm, which is just here. Now, it did allow me, when I went round to check the map, it did allow me to buy livestock. Whether it will allow you to feed them and stuff without owning the land, I'm not too sure. The land's not too expensive, in all honesty. So we're down here, done all around here, come right the way across, went to the shop, and now we're here to buy that There's 57,177. There is also a silo here, which is tucked around the back. So the second silo, another 200,000 litres. That's the two that we start with. There's no equipment or machinery in here that I'm aware of. I don't think there was. Pretty sure there wasn't. That's not usable. That's just decorative. And then we've got our dialogue box just here for our sheep. This will hold 250 sheep. And we've got our water trough this side and our feed trough just over here. So that's the sheep farm. Let's swing around. Now we have two of each, when I say two of each sell points, of the main sell points. So we've got grain sell point and we've got potato sugar beet sell point. There are two of each of those. This is, I say the first one. This is the first one we're coming to. There's a large storage building just here in front of me, which you can put vehicles, machinery and equipment in if you want to. The sell point itself is around the back here. Into these doors. Drive through if you want to. So that's the first of the grain sell points. The problem is when you have two of anything in this menu here, trying to get it to stay on one or the other. So I'm on the top one at the moment. Let's tag that and come out. Right, so it's not that one. So this is, hang on, oh no it is, no. The top one is coming out of there. So on the menu, the top grain sell point is this one here, the first one we're coming to. It's always worth a check. It's more if you're checking prices. If you're trying to compare prices and the best place to go to, knowing which one is which is fairly helpful. From here, back out to main road. Now there are some forested areas as well available to buy. There's some smaller ones and larger ones to look at. We're going to drive from here. I'm trying to think what route I was going to go. Okay. We'll enjoy a bit of the landscape as we go. Till we get to the roundabout. And we are going to go, it's things like that little sweep up to the field. It's a nice detail. It just, I don't know, to me it just makes it feel very natural. We're going to go this way. Yes, we are. We're going to go this way. To the biogas plant. I think that was next on the list. And again, another thing I like about this is it's not, it's the layout of it. It's just, it feels so different to any one I've been looked at before. And that makes it feel more natural. It's not kind of like, it's kind of carved out of the landscape. The digestate point is this side of the road. So when you get your byproduct, you go and collect it from this side. But your silage clamps and your sell point are actually this side. Not very expensive for the biogas plant either. I think it was about 17 grand. We are going to double check that in just a moment. So the actual biogas plant bit is down here. We've got two silage clamps here. And the sell point is actually hidden around the back. I was looking for it, I couldn't work out where it was. So that's just here. Good thing about this as well, if we go out to here, so we've gone from the shop to the sheep, grain sell point and back out, and we came up to the roundabout, up this way. We're now at the biogas plant, so we click on that, no, that, 17,337. So I'm going to buy that just for the purposes of showing you, because if we go across the biogas plant, prices for the biogas plant are off the charts. So silage 900, then we've got 180, 900 for manure and 720 for slurry. That's pretty good pricing, I have to say. So yeah, biogas plant, affordable and good prices. When you think most standard maps, standard biogas plant is 360 for silage, 900. That's up there. So from here, we're going to go under the bridge. I'm going to head up to the northwest corner of the map. Oh yeah, there are no hedge collisions for vehicles. Now often there are collisions for bales, pallets and or headers for harvesters. So potentially there could be. Again, it's little things like this as you're driving along. I like the fact there's transitions between hedges and walls, high hedges, low hedges. There was a bit back there as we came out to join the junction. With just a short stretch of wall, it breaks it up, and again it just makes it feel, I don't know, it just, yeah, adds a little something. It's a small thing, but it's a nice detail. So turn down here, we come. I love this. This is the Shiggy Pig Farm. The others aren't named, strangely, but this one is. Shiggy Pig Farm. Brilliant. Pigs here, if you buy this farm. This will hold 300 pigs. Slurry point is around the side there. Feed troughs and feed trough is there. Straw for bedding is there, and water point is throughout there. This is another one though. Manure. Yeah, maybe you have to clear these out. Oh, there you go, right next to it, just there. We've got a barn around the side. I think the only thing I'm maybe a little bit disappointed is the wrong word. It's not disappointed, but it's that thing of not being able to have the sleep trigger sellable, because these farms are dotted around, and there's another one, was another two actually, that don't actually have animals on them. But because the sleep trigger's fixed, if you are playing single player, and it doesn't give you the option to move and put them elsewhere. But anyway, very nice. So the Shiggy Pig Farm, northwest corner. From here, where are we heading to from here? It's remembering the route. Just got to remember the route. I think we're going. Yeah. Now I know that the English maps, tight narrow lanes, that kind of thing isn't for everyone. I totally get that. And it would be no different for an American person reviewing an American map. Of course, it's going to make me. I will say it makes it's really realistic, and it makes me feel at home. Of course, it would do, because this is what I'm used to. You know, it's this sort of landscape. Sawmill, just here before the roundabout. Lumber point is here, and wood chip sell point is over there. We are going to take the second exit, I think. We are. Second exit. There are little bits, I get the feeling, little bits of Greenwich Valley, Oakfield, Charwell, you know, there's little bits, you know, I suppose because it's, you know, the place. And all these bits, all these over and under bits, bridges with roads going under, and yeah, nice feel, nice feel, nice feel. Right. Oh, hang on. Shouldn't have just pulled straight out. I think I'm going that way. I'm going this way. You'll see what I mean in a moment, because we can come to another farm, but there are no animals or anything here. There's just some farm buildings, but it's one of those things you think, oh, it'd be nice if you could just say, you know, I haven't actually, I'll be honest, I haven't actually tried going into multiplayer, putting a sleep trigger on, then coming back out and going back onto single player. It's not something I've ever tried, so I don't know whether it will allow you to. If we turn up and around here, again, lovely feature of the landscape, swinging back out around past the farmhouse, over this little bridge to where the barns are. It's great. It really is. So next up we've got the, just down there, we'll get to it in a minute, the spinnery. I think it's the spinnery next. I will double check the main map in a moment. So back onto the bridge, spinnery point, it's just there. Best way to check. Let's go up onto the spinnery, tag place. Yep. Spinnery, then we've got a petrol station. No, we haven't, we've got animal dealer. Animal dealer next, then petrol station. So, animal dealer / livestock market, however you want to refer to it, is just here. Petrol station. Then under another road. The next set of sale points, which is the second of the, is it second of the grain sale point? I think it's the second of the grain sale points. Whoa, it's a bigger bump than I was expecting. So back to the map. Biogas plant, from there under that bridge out and up to the Shiggy Pig Farm. From the Shiggy Pig Farm we came up to the sawmill, round the roundabout, second exit down there, over the bridge, and we went that way round. So that farm there, we went over the bridge and round to the farm. Spinnery, animal dealer, fuel station. We've come under this bridge and now we're here at the grain sale point. And then we've got bale sale point and potato sugar beet, which are just there. So grain sale point is there. If we can open up these doors, we've got bales. And next door we've got potato sugar beets. Now both of these got hazard bits on. There's only, same with the other side, only one of them has got the actual, that one hasn't got the trigger either, but it'll be here. One or both of those. So from here, the next of the points we're heading to is, where are we going to next? Horse farm? I think it's the horse farm next. And we're going to go left. Enjoying more of the lovely scenery as we go. I think we're going to go on to the dual carriageway. Yes, we are. So, give way. Nothing coming. But I think we're taking the first exit, pretty sure. And then we want the right hand turning. Yes, right, okay. So, horse farm coming up next. And opposite that we've got the seed point. So that seed refill point that you have on New Farm but you don't have on the other two is kind of, I suppose, a garden centre-esque. So first off, horse farm. I'll stop just there because that's where your trigger is. This will take 8 horses. And as we move further along, we've got the various different troughs. Feed trough, water trough, just there. Lots of barn and building space. So again, we've got another whole farm here, really. You can bring equipment and machinery to if you want to. Loads of barn and building space around here. Absolutely no shortage of at all. And then what I'll do is, are you driving? Or yeah, we'll drive. Just across the road there. I don't know why I don't just leave the engines running. It's just such a force of habit. So the back of the yard, just here, seed refill point. And now we're going to head off south. The greenhouses are just there for looks. We are going to cross the dual carriageway again, I think. I think there should be better signage there from the council needed. I'm just thinking, you imagine coming along here at night, you wouldn't necessarily know you were right on top of the dual carriageway until you were actually crossing it. That could get a little bit hairy really quickly. Right, from here. Again, another nice feature of the map. You know, there's all sorts of ways it can be tackled, but it just feels right, you know. So sweeping under the bridge, we take a drive out to get to the turning to come back over the bridge again. It doesn't feel contrived, and you know, I don't know why, but it just doesn't. When we get to the very end, we're going to go back past the farm and we're going to have to go out of the way. This is one of the few maps I've come across where when I try and work out a route, normally they work out pretty well. I don't have to go back over my steps too often, but this one I'm going to have to go out of my way to go to the final point on the map, but that's not so much problem. So, I said about having potato and sugar beet sell point and grain sell point. This is the second of the potato and sugar beet one. I will double check as well. We'll see which one this is. Nice turning area as well, so longer vehicles we can get in no problem at all. And I think it's this side. Just in here. Yep. There we go. So if we check the map and then come over to that one. So, doesn't matter which one we go to. Come on, just go to one of them. Please work right. Tag place. Right, it's not that one. So, right. Potato, sugar beet, that's at the top of the map, is the top one on that list. The bottom one, which it won't let me go to, come on. Did it tag it? It did. It's this one here. Just like I say, just again, just so you know which one you're looking at when you're looking at prices. So, where did we come from? Out here to dual carriageway. Down the dual carriageway, first exit, and across here, down to the horse farm, then the seed tank, back across the dual carriageway under the road, out and swept round across here, down to potatoes and sugar beet. Now, from this road, you can drive down here, and there's another little farm area. There's no animals or anything in there. No, what's that? Oh, no, nothing in particular. But there is a farmyard there with some barns and buildings. But from here, we're going to head back out, and we're going to come back past where we started at the farm. But what we're going to do is, now it's quite misleading because I tried to go up there. That isn't actually a track. There's no track there, so I thought I'd cut across. We're going to go out and up, and we're going to head to the main store, which is right in the middle. So like I say, it wasn't possible to kind of get to it any way other than at some point kind of going out of your way, but sometimes there's not a lot you can do about it. Right. Now I hope, you know, just the same as when I do any map tour. It's as much as seeing where all the sell points are, and sometimes if people are unsure about feed troughs and that kind of stuff, and sometimes there are hidden features and things that I like to try and find if I can. But it's just as much about just getting a feel for the map, having a look and seeing what you think, you know. This alone may be enough for you to decide, yeah, you know what, I really like the look of that. It wasn't what I was expecting, or it was exactly what I was expecting, or whatever it might be. That's why normally when I say at the end, I hope you found it useful and informative. I really hope you have. If it helps to inform your decision, whatever your decision may be, then my work here is done. Probably breaking the speed limit, but I'm on a mission. Oh, I thought it was a dual carriageway then. Did I just go bolting straight through? I didn't. I think it was the junctions come up from the dual carriageway. So the store is here, a John Deere dealership. This is also the reset point for any equipment, machinery that you want to reset for any particular reason, whatever it might be. This is where it will reset to. Now, we can open this up from this side if you want to. Our sell, repair, customise point is inside the building here. And if you actually come in from the other door into the main shop area, which is just there, that's where your buy point is if you want to use it there or not from the tablet. It's entirely up to you. It's just here. And that is the map, I think. Just going to double check. So back past the farm, up there, store. Yeah, spinnery and all that. We did all that. I've been looking around the map because I'm really worried that I'm going to miss something. The fact there's 2 cow farms and 2 sheep animals. I have been looking to see if there's a point somewhere that you can buy, but it would be odd to have the animals all visible and then other places where you've got to buy them to make them visible. I can't really find anywhere that would. Although we did cut across there. There's obviously another farm there. Look, just noticed that. No animals have come up on there. So that'd be something to go and have a look at. So I turned at the roundabout there, went up past the biogas plant, then up. So that's another one of those farms to add to the list. But that's it. That's GLAZEBROOK by Steve's Mods. It's a very nice map. I like the layout a lot, if I haven't already mentioned that. Hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.